eternity we shall spend together.
Hello and welcome to another edition of The Chosen Ones. Each episode we spin the big wheel to find our unit to build around. But if you have a unit you want to see, let me know in the comments and I'll bump up their odds to be chosen. As you can tell from the background, this week we got the Chain Warden himself, Thresh. Thresh is the first unit we've had so far in The Chosen Ones who does not have a damaging ability. Instead, he tosses his shield and protects adjacent units. And you know what? I'm pumped. Defense wins championships. So we're going to go all in on shields, prioritizing Janna and Riven to complement Thresh's shield. Riven of course complements Thresh's other strength, his Dusk trait. Dusk is a bit of a flavor of the month currently, I have to assume, because it lets Thresh create even bigger shields. So we're going to make a team that allows Thresh to cast the biggest shields the most frequently. Let's see what goes wrong. So, like every early game composition, if you can't find what you want right off the bat, just throw Yasuo in. You can also see I'm stacking my bench with Vanguard units, as it will take a while to get Dusk, so we're going to focus on Thresh's other side for now. And remember, losing the round is just another way of saying winning the carousel. So it's not lose or win, it's lose and win. Don't be fooled by the sword. Thresh isn't going to carry through his sweet DPS. Instead, we're going to turn this into a Shojin's to allow him to shield as often as possible. This was the first round the spirit of the team was really able to be shown off. 75% of our team is purely focused on defense, so we're doing basically no damage. But in the words of a man who knows a thing or two about shields, Steve Rogers,
I can do this all day.
which is our actual strategy. We're going to have a war of attrition with our opponents. We're like a tiny stream, and our opponents are the Grand Canyon. Although they may look mighty compared to us, over thousands of years we will wear them away. And much like a tiny stream, there will be no marks or wear on us, looking just as vibrant as when we began. And in some ways, even stronger. Jumping forwards a little bit, we can see our composition coming online. We have a 3-star Dusk Chosen Thresh, Dusk Janna, and a Hecarim, who is a shield champ in spirit. We even have a Riven, who we probably should have subbed in for Wukong for the 4 Dusk bonus, but whatever. It doesn't matter. We can play a bit suboptimally. At this stage, we're effectively wearing a suit of armor, while our opponents wield a nerf battle axe at us. It's not getting through. But we are, slowly and steadily. And even the might of 1-star Cat and Yasuo won't be able to kill our backline, because we don't have a backline. We have a front line that is just hanging out behind our actual front line. It's just front lines all the way down. I'm going to play this fight at double speed because these are not quick wins, but I did want to say I was really happy with my items at this point. Quicksilver on Riven is so important to keep your shield up. Ionic Spark on Thresh is perfect for our slow creeping tide strategy. And Dusk Janna is huge now that we have 4 Dusk. She only gets huger once we 3-star her. Who says you can't play set 3 anymore? We have a carry Janna chilling in the back, and with the rapid fire, she should be shielding the entire team every few seconds. This comp we're facing is actually one of the only ones I've had to worry about. Shield's natural enemy, of course, is heals. But I have 2 weapons up my sleeve that should tip the scales a bit in our favor this time. First, we have a 3-star Janna and a 3-star Thresh. And secondly, Thresh has a Sunfire Cape, which, according to Pokemon, is super effective against woodland units with its fire damage. As anyone who's watched this channel can tell you, I'm not much of a positioner, so I've tried to be the change I want to see in the world and arrange my team as a big shield. And on the topic of big shields, this fight's going to take a while. Let's hear a few words from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have. Patience. Sometimes patience is the key to victory.
By the way, please consider subscribing if you haven't. I've sort of dug myself in a hole here. You don't know how much I had to pay him to make him get in that costume again for a YouTube video, especially for Teamfight Tactics, but big thanks to Captain America, everybody. While we're on the topic, I know I said heals were the enemy of shields, but shield of course has another enemy, Hydra. And the closest thing to a Hydra we have in TFT is of course Ahri with her many Hydra-like tails. Ahri is a huge thorn in our side as shield compositions thrive against slow, sustained damage, and are significantly worse against large bursts, like you can see. Our opponent here is trying to flex on us, clearly moving around, but not even picking up his golden orb on the board. But we're going to flex on him 10 times as much, by just having Thresh stand there, do basically nothing from a damage perspective, and we're actually going to kill him with a draw. As our opponent realizes his mistake, thinking he could ever kill Thresh, he tries and gets the orb, but a bit late for a Trap Claw now, buddy. As we enter the late game, we're going to transition a bit into 6 Dusk. It means we have to put in a 1-star Vayne, but our shields are even bigger than before. We still can't beat Ahri, it is our natural counter, but that's why it's a 4-person game. We're going to rely on other people to do that for us. And we actually end up in a beautiful spot. 3 people left, we beat our opponent knocks out 3rd place. We would be the favorites if we weren't at 6 health. We're not out yet though, and with some sweet Zephyr mechanics we can sacrifice our Vayne not once, but twice to give us a win. But tricks like that have a diminishing return, and even though we do manage to pull it off the 2nd time, it's not going to be enough. But hey, 2nd place, not bad at all. I do think I got pretty lucky with items and Chosen this time around, but still, this is a fun composition that got us to a top 2 with a 2-star carry. Or maybe 2 2-star carries if you want to count Janna. Or you can count Riven, because she also did some work. But still, top 2. As always, if you liked what you saw, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't like what you saw, feel free to fight me. Watch out, I'm friends with Captain America.